discussion on today's issues and focus on right versus wrong instead of left versus right.
Join Nigel Farage, the face of Brexit, at the NAIRA Annual Gala on June 17th at the Denver Marriott. Visit naira.org for more info.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, the most positive business talk show in America. Best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of the Extreme Customer Service Directory, Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, are inspiring you to get your business right. They know that customer experience isn't just another thing, it's the only thing. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Hello and welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. Very nice to have you along with us today. We are here to remind you that small business is big business and your business is our business. You find how do you do to you, and Angel is off today. She'll be back again tomorrow, so you've got me riding solo, which means, as always, I enjoy hearing from you. If you'd like to participate in the conversation, you can give us a call. Our local number here to Denver, which will work all the way across the country as long as tolls apply, 303-632-4160, 303-632-4160, and I invite you to call in and opine in whatever fashion you like. It has been a beautiful weekend here in the Denver metro area. I got to tell you something. I've had just a unique experience. I don't think maybe unique's not the right word, but I've had an amazing experience that I wanted to share with you, and it goes to serve the purpose of sharing the value of social media in the world today. And of course, this is a business talk show, and so we make the case on a regular occasion how there's lots of good use for social media here in a business capacity. But when business crosses over to personal, you really see where social media shines. And I want to share this story with you. I received an update from my sister who lives in Fayetteville, Arkansas, and she posted this. She was asking for prayer for a little friend, Hudson. He was found in a pool yesterday evening and flown to Children's Hospital in Little Rock. Please lift him, his family, and the medical staff up to the Lord. Thank you. Now, that was the post that my sister posted yesterday morning on her Facebook wall. I don't know how old Hudson is, but suffice it to say, this young man was found drowned in a pool, and they flew him to the hospital in Little Rock, which is quite a distance away. And I started praying immediately, and kind of requested a couple of my close friends to do the same. And then about 4 or 5 hours later, I felt compelled to reach out to my sister again. And so I messaged her and said, are there any updates? And she said this: Hudson is on a ventilator and expected to be so for several days. So please join me in praying. Now, at that point, I decided, all right, I'm going to mobilize everybody I know in order to connect with this. And I want you to be sensitive to the fact that, here in the media, it is all too often that we have the occasion to report on a story where this thing doesn't happen well. It doesn't end well, right? So rather than struggling with that, I have I posted out to my Facebook friends the update that my sister gave, and then I asked her, if you would please, asked my friends to share it and help gather people to pray. And my sister is, and I found this out yesterday afternoon, she's in Peru. So she and my two nephews are on a missions trip. So her husband and my youngest nephew is hanging out at home. And I'll tell you something, it was, you see the power of putting people together through Facebook. Sister's in Peru. I'm in Denver. They live in Fayetteville. And the little boy has been flown to Little Rock. I put out my request for prayer, and I am blown away by the 130 people who agreed to pray for this little boy, and many of them in different states, some of them in different countries. And then a couple of hours later, I mean, literally like 2 hours later, we got word that Hudson had been removed from the ventilator, and he is now talking to his parents and to the doctors. And it's nothing short of a miracle. And on that post, I've had more than 200 comments and shares and likes and so on. So I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you who reached out to me and to my family. And this little boy is not related to us. He is a good friend of my sister's and her family out there in Arkansas. But so many people stepped up. And I just really want to thank you for that. I'm grateful. And then I want to step it up one step further. In media, there is kind of an unwritten rule that if you're on one network, you don't usually collaborate or chat with other networks. And I got to shout out to my friend Denise Plant, who is such a gem of a woman here in the Denver area market. And she works for another broadcast network, but she reached out and really blessed me with letting me know that she would be mobilizing people to pray as well. And so if I know that Denise is actually on the air right now on her other network, but for those of you who know both of us, spread the word. Thank you to Denise Plant. What a gracious and wonderful woman that she is. All right, and so I want to also thank all of our listeners who are listening by way of our Facebook Live, commenting on how the audio is scratchy. We're going to see if we can tweak that just a smidge down and get a little thing to help that. And let me know if the adjustments that we make any difference to you whatsoever. In the meantime, our hashtag kindness act of the day is a simple one, but it's so simple as to be profound. Surprise someone with a smile today. That's it. Surprise someone with a smile today. And what I mean by that is, if people are just kind of going about their daily business and doing whatever it is that they do, and they see you smiling back at them, you might be surprised by the reaction that you get when they are surprised by the smile that you give. There's a psychological truth that is, when I smile at you, you cannot help it. If you're unprepared, if you are surprised by the smile, you cannot help but be affected by it to the point where you accidentally smile as well. It's a psychological reality. And those are the best kinds of surprises, right? When somebody says, or just walking by, gives you a smile, it's a validation. It's an act of kindness. It's it's a smile. Give somebody a smile today. It'll surprise them. It'll make you feel better, and I'll bet you they give you a smile back as well. All right, a couple of things in the news today that I thought were very interesting. One of them caught my eye because it was involving a convertible. And for those of you who have been following the story, I picked up a convertible about a week ago. And in Britain, a driver, a British driver, captured video of another car attempting to transport a couch, like a sofa, by draping it over their head with the top down. And literally, that's the way the picture shows it, is that there was this sofa upside down, covering and obscuring the view of the driver, and the driver decided to drive it anyways, laying literally across the length or the width of the car. Man, you gotta be awfully brave. It's covering the rear view mirrors. I just had no idea, and was he wasn't able to use his mirrors, wasn't able to use any concern for anybody else, and apparently the police didn't seem to have much of an interest in that as well. So that was one. And then just mark this up into the file of nope, Nopety nope, never nope. Okay? Headline: Doctors find live spider in woman's ear after she took a nap outside. I don't even know where to begin. A woman who suffered a headache after an outside nap in India went to the hospital where doctors literally filmed a real live spider crawling out of her ear. It looks like one of those little jumping doohickeys. Doesn't matter. It's a spider. And what's it doing in the woman's ear? I have no idea. But you know what? Naps require earplugs if you're going to do them outside. It's pretty much what I'm thinking. Naps, earplugs, outside, all good. All right, so there's the news out there. I'm looking at my clock and seeing that it's about time for us to take a quick break. So I'm going to go ahead and throw to that break, and we'll be back right after these messages.
America's home for positive business talk. You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Contact them on the web at experiencepros.com.
KDMT, Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM.
Dad, name some good reasons for our listeners to select Gravina's windows.
I'll tell you why. We make it so simple for our customers to shop. We have everything. Vinyl windows, wood windows, fiberglass windows, double pane, triple pane, heat mirror, argon gas, krypton gas, bays, bows, garden windows, patio doors, everything.
How about colors?
Pick what you want. Brown, green, blue, red, whatever. It's never been so easy, and nobody beats us. Nobody.
Stop by our beautiful showroom, bring in your measurements, and we'll give you 10% off.
Only at Gravina's, 950 West Evans in Denver. Call us at 303 Gravina. Northern Colorado, call 970-GRAVINA.
Best deal in town.
Call Gravina's at
No, it's Gravina's.
Call 303 Gravina. Or in Northern Colorado, 970-GRAVINA. Or visit their beautiful showroom at 950 West Evans. And remember,
Gravina's have the greatest windows. Nobody beats us. Nobody.
If you're a sleep apnea sufferer who's on the go, go to your phone. Because if you give us a call right now, you'll be able to try the world's first portable mini CPAP device absolutely risk-free for 10 restful nights. It's the Transcend Mini CPAP, an engineering marvel that's as small as a soda can and weighs less than a pound. Its unique design is so small and so light, you can fit it in your briefcase or purse to use anywhere you go. No more dragging around a big, bulky CPAP. Even better, now you can try Transcend absolutely risk-free for 10 restful nights by calling minicpap.com, 1-800-900-1672. Transcend is FAA compliant too, so you can even sleep comfortably while flying. You can also add a battery pack that's as tiny as a deck of cards. So now you can enjoy the freedom to sleep comfortably anywhere. But don't wait. To receive your 10-night in-home trial, call minicpap.com now, 1-800-900-1672. That's 1-800-900-1672.
This is Albert Moeller for Townhall.com. We've just recently marked the 75th anniversary of one of the most significant events in all of naval history, the Battle of Midway. What's most important about this battle is that it came just 6 months after the Japanese sneak attack on Pearl Harbor. The United States Navy largely defeated the Japanese Navy by turning the tables, and the fact that it did so within just 6 months is one of the most amazing stories of military history. U.S. Naval Intelligence, having intercepted and broken the Japanese code, knew where the Japanese Navy was headed and knew that they were trying to lure the Americans into a trap. The U.S. Navy took decisive action, and rather than the Japanese surprising the Americans, it was the U.S. Navy that surprised the Imperial Japanese forces. Fewer and fewer of those battle veterans are still alive today, but our indebtedness still goes back to the United States Navy and what took place in the Battle of Midway 75 years ago. I'm Albert Moeller.
Learn more at townhallreview.com. Tune in to Money Talk, KDMT 1690, every Saturday at noon for the best advice on building that nest egg. You'll hear expert advice on feathering your nest, caching resources for the future, and going for the gold finches, with a show that can put a little more green in your day-to-day living. While they may not be Wall Street wizards, they are the wizards of wildlife, and if you'd like to add these beautiful colors and melodious songs of wild birds to your portfolio, listen to Bird Talk, Saturdays at noon noon on 1690 KDMT, presented by Wild Birds Unlimited. David and Scott Menno will enrich your life with tips on attracting birds, butterflies, bats, bees, and other things that don't start with the letter B. The Bird Brothers will bring you fascinating interviews, nature news, insights on building the best wild bird habitat, and we hope to bring you a smile and a chuckle or two as well. So listen to Bird Talk every Saturday at noon, right here on Money Talk 1690 KDMT.
This is the Experience Pros Radio Show. Got an opinion or want to ask us a question? Email radio@experiencepros.com or message us on the Experience Pros Facebook page, and we'll interact with you live on the show.
Checkups, especially when men pass the age of 40. So let's go straight to it. Dr. Grover, welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Hey, how are you?
Fantastic. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to join us. All right, let's talk about this. There are obviously various particular health concerns for men as we age. And what are some of the ones that are in your targets for today?
Well, there's two things. First of all, men are notoriously bad at seeing the doctor.
Sure.
And a lot of times as we get older, we don't want to see the doctor. We wait till we have some serious problem. And I don't know why that is. Probably because the same reason we don't like asking for directions. Somehow it's a sign of weakness. And I give an example. So we get into that. I had a patient who told me that 10 years ago, he started to gain weight, he lost his hair, he gained a lot of weight, and he just attributed it to old age. And then his wife forced him to go to the doctor, and he apparently had low thyroid, which was easily correctable. Now, he lost some of the weight and felt a lot better, but he didn't get back his hair. So the point is that when you go to the doctor, it's not necessarily, sometimes we don't want to go and get bad news, but a lot of times it's basic things. Now, after 40, you want to have some, regular checkups. You want to check for prostate. You want to check particularly for colon cancer above 50, but just basic stuff. So it's not necessary that you feel bad and you go to the doctor, but you want to go to the doctor to prevent it, because usually in a lot of diseases, when you get the symptoms, it's usually kind of late. That means things have already been going on for a while.
Sure. And it's one of those things. I turned 50 this year, and
just because you shared me age, I'm under no obligation to reveal mine. I just want to let you know.
That's all right, brother. That's
understanding
okay.
Here, so you're on your own, okay?
Yes, sir. I appreciate that. Angel's not here for me to ask her age, but she would lie anyways. Here's the thing, though. We're reluctant, and in many cases more reluctant than women to visit the doctor, and yet we have some very real issues. There's the prostate thing. There's the, you know what, doctor? I had a reflux episode just a couple of days ago, and the older I get, the more it seems to be prevalent. And yes, I was laying on my right side, so I know that's part of the problem.
Mm-hmm.
But I aspirated the acid. And my goodness, I thought I was about to die. We need to take care of ourselves.
No, we really do it, and that's a good point. In terms of, especially what you just said, when you have like reflux, the symptoms of a heart attack are actually exactly the same as a reflux. You know, you can have shortness of breath, you've got the chest pain going to the arm. So the symptoms of that are identical. So you make a good point, right? It's like, let's say you have those symptoms, we might kind of brush it off as just some stomach upset, but it could be a sign of something more serious. In your case, luckily it was something that's treatable.
Sure.
But those are the exact same signs of a heart attack.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about if men haven't been physically active in recent years, how do we get back into an exercise routine? I used to exercise all the time, doctor, and then 9 years happened in the blink of an eye. And only in the last 3 years have I got back into a serious cardio and exercise routine. How do you recommend people get started back into something like that?
Well, certainly, you know, it's baby steps because you want to work your way up into an exercise. If you have any sort of medical issues, you probably want to talk to your family doctor and make sure you're cleared for exercise. But with exercise, there's a couple of things to keep in mind, right? Number one is you want to include cardio exercises, and you want to work up slowly, you know, a couple of times a week. The second is you need to put some sort of resistant exercise into the mix, whether that's free form through push-ups or through weights, because, you know, as we get older, Eric, and I'm talking about you, not me.
Of course. No. It goes without saying.
But, you know, a half a pound of muscle turns into fat, right, as we get older. And then our insulin or ability to handle sugar decreases. So what you want to do to counteract all that is when you do resistant exercises with weights, you're actually rebuilding the strength that has a lot of other benefits. Now, the thing is, people don't have to go crazy. I think one of the problems, and I'm guilty of this, is sometimes overtraining, right? So you don't need to go to the gym 4 or 5 days a week. You know, it's basically, as we're learning more about the science of it, it's, you know, more intervals in between exercise, higher intensity, shorter time, has probably an easier time to gain muscle mass and regain your energy. Then we thought, because a lot of times, even I used to work out 2 hours a week and I would reach a plateau. And it was because I think I was overtraining. Because when you have physical stress, you release cortisol, which is a stress hormone. So we've got to keep that in mind as you get back into exercise. And we have less resilience as we get a little older. So we want to not overdo it, because then sometimes you're working backwards from what your goals are.
Absolutely.
And, you know, it's amazing that, you know, people, it's kind of a myth in the sense that we are, you know, we're going to lose muscle mass. We can counteract that muscle loss and gain back bone strength. But look at some of these actors like Stallone, or some of these guys who are at 70 still have a, you know, massive amount of muscle, and that's a lot of hard work. You could say he's taking some other supplements, but that's the key, that we have a lot of power to reverse a lot of this aging process.
And you know, one thing is true. I read a statistic. Chances are, if your grandparents didn't have children, neither will you. Another statistic is true. We're all going in the same direction, but boy, we can do our best to delay that. Dr. Grover, how would you like people to stay in connection with you and find out some more tips about how to keep healthy?
Well, I do a lot of, my specialty doing a lot of people in terms of managing and treating, you know, back pain issues and that pain. So my website is, and there's a lot of educational information on there, is innovospine.net. So it's INOVO spine.net.
Innovospine.net.
Back injury.
All right.
Yeah, innovospine.net.
Fantastic. Dr. Powell Grover, thank you so very much for joining us. We are grateful for your time. And, of course, stay young, my friend. We appreciate you.
Pleasure talking to you.
All right, folks, don't go anywhere. We've got more positive business talk and an interview you're not going to want to miss. You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, the most positive business talk show in America.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Business never takes a break. Neither do we. So, take Denver's Money Talk 1690 AM with you with our brand new mobile app. Stay up to the minute with breaking news, market strategies, current trends, and more wherever you are. With live streaming, listen to your favorite Money Talk shows whenever you want, on demand. It's like a personal advisor in your pocket. Do something today that your future self will thank you for. Download the brand new Money Talk app on iTunes or the Google Play Store, or at moneytalk1690.com. Do you own a small business? Do you want free access to the biggest business networking event of the year? Check out Small Business Expo. It's free to attend and features more than 25 free business workshops, panel discussions, speed networking sessions, business card showcase, and over 100 exhibits. Gain leads and network with business experts including Allstate, Wells Fargo, and Zip Local. There's something for everyone at the Small Business Expo. The Small Business Expo is the largest and most anticipated business-to-business networking event, trade show, and conference for business owners, entrepreneurs, and decision makers. If you're serious about your business, this expo is a must-attend event. Startups and business owners can take advantage of free admission and educational workshops covering online, social media marketing, employee benefit plans, credit and financing, strategies for increasing revenue and team productivity, mentoring, cloud technologies, retirement plans, and much more. Don't miss the Denver Small Business Expo at the Denver Convention Center on Thursday, June 22nd from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Register for free today at thesmallbusinessexpo.com. That's thesmallbusinessexpo.com. Be there.
Hi, this is residential real estate expert Dan Palomino from the Colorado Dream House team. Listen, if you're thinking about selling your home, you want to get the highest price in the shortest amount of time. To do that, you need a great real estate team and one with incredible marketing. We're so sure our marketing plan for your home is better than everyone else. We're willing to put our money where our mouth is. Here's what we're offering. Interview the Colorado Dream House team to sell your home. Then interview our competition. If their marketing plan is better than ours, then you can hire them and we'll pay you $250. I know. It sounds crazy, giving you $250 to hire our competition. It probably won't happen because we're so sure you'll find our marketing plan better, you'll hire us to sell your home at top dollar. Why not give it a try? You have nothing to lose and $250 to gain. Call us today at 720-446-6325. Or to find out more information about our marketing guarantee, visit coloradodreamhouse.com/250.
Hi, this is Dave Anthony. Tune in to the Retirement Income Planning Show Saturday at 8 a.m. to learn about how you can create an efficient and optimized retirement income plan that looks at your investments, taxes, healthcare, Social Security, Medicare, home equity, and estate planning needs. Learn about the math and science that goes into creating a truly comprehensive retirement income plan that could save you hundreds of thousands of dollars in retirement. Call 800-868-9585. Again, that's 800-868-9585 or online at theretirementincomeShow.com.
Message and data rates may apply.
Would you rather get your degree from one of the most innovative online universities in the country or one of the nation's most affordable? How about both? Now you can at Southern New Hampshire University. Get degree information and see how to apply online by texting the word FRESH to 554433. College tuition is skyrocketing, making getting a degree almost impossible for too many, but it doesn't have to be that way. Founded in 1932, Southern New Hampshire University has the credibility of a New England campus, but by offering programs online, we've made education incredibly accessible and affordable. You'll discover knowledge and skills from instructors who are leaders in their field. Plus, you get all the flexibility, support, and encouragement needed to prepare you for the career you've always wanted. Southern New Hampshire University. See yourself succeed. Grab your smartphone and do the smart thing. Get degree information and see how to apply online by texting FRESH to 554433. That's FRESH to 554433.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a business revolutionary by sharing a fan bragging story of great customer service by using the hashtag FanBrag or calling the Fan Braggin' Hotline at 855-FAN-BRAG, FANBRAG. Now back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Angel Tussey is out of town today, but the good news is you've got me, and I have our next guest, Kaylee Hall with 68 Designs, is hanging out with me today. Kaylee, how are you?
I am good. Day's still young. Anything can happen.
The day is still young, and anything could happen. Kaylee, you are an award-winning graphics designer, and I am interested in that. What? Tell me what's on your mind as you deal with the world of graphics design. Just before we went on the air, you said that you wanted to address a topic that is relevant to probably most of our listeners.
Mm-hmm. It's more about telling your story visually, and well, I think we're always kind of drilled in our heads to actually do the telling our own story. And a lot of people don't know how to tell a story to save their life. But when it comes to a logo, it's your visual brand. It has to be an extension of you. You have to be able to tell your story. Hence the extension of you.
Well, okay, so when we talk about telling our story, when people get into small business, do they really think about I have a story to tell, or do they think about I've got cookies that I want to make? I have a skill at accounting that I want to sell. I've got computer web design. What story are they trying to communicate?
They just want to do what they are good at, and actually doing the visual graphic design bit seems more like a task, and it's just something they need to get off their desk in order to just move along and do what they want to do. So it's really quite an interesting thing to see what they just want to hand it off to somebody.
Sure. Kaylee, when I first met the first professional graphic designer, and I'm so sorry it wasn't you, but I think where we're going here is much on the same line as what you're describing. I wanted a logo. I needed a logo for Experience Pros.
Right.
And what I didn't realize is that would be an interview process of hours, not minutes.
Yes.
And a lot of questions from the designer asking me, what is it I'm trying to communicate? What is it that I'm trying to do? And in the end, Kaylee, we got 4 prototypes of the logo, and 3 of them paid homage to the fact that I used to be a professional magician.
Mm-hmm.
So there was some reference to magic in one way, graphically, or the other on the logo. And we opted for logo number 4 because that is exactly what I didn't want,
right,
but wouldn't have known it had we not gone through this conversation.
Yep, that's very important. I think it's a good thing that every graphic designer learn how to actually listen. I know that also gets drilled into our heads to learn to listen. But you also have to learn about, like you just said, you wanted to get out of that business. You're embarking on something new. And I think that's what the graphic designer needs to understand. It's kind of like trying to find stuff that you don't like versus stuff you do like. I mean, it's trying to find the love of your life. And, you're like, oh, I like this. But for some reason, you always find the person you don't want.
Tell me more about that.
No, you always know what you don't like with people.
I think that's true. And it was interesting. I was having a conversation with someone who remained unnamed earlier today. But, sometimes when you find something that you do like, you know it immediately.
Yes, you
right?
do. Yes,
you know what you don't like, but through that process of elimination, it resonates, it harmonizes. There's an energy, right?
Yes, very much so. It's like you just said, when you find the love of your life, there's just something in you that says, that's it. This is the person. This is the thing that just totally.
And so, too, when you find the graphic design that you're looking for, whether it's the color pattern, talk to me about how important color is to the overall design of a project.
Color is, there's so much psychology behind it. Some of it is, sometimes it's just carnal. It's something, I hate the color yellow. I mean, you just got to learn to ask that question. What colors do you like? What colors what are you drawn to? Some of it is just, I've always liked the color purple because my daughter does, that kind of thing. And, but that's something important. So there might be an element to that to actually have that as part of the logo. With color, like I said, it's a whole psychology. You just have to make sure that it can withstand and not be passé. Like teal back in the 80s, it was in there and out of there. I mean, you have to make sure that your logo can withstand the times with the future and everything.
This goes back to telling your story,
correct,
right?
Correct.
So if we're going to tell our story, and the story is that we have a toolbox of equipment and tools that are helpful to you in the design or development of your business, those tools, the color palette, have to be relevant that cross the various seasons of time.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Have you ever had the case where you run either a logo or a web design, or you do everything from vehicle wraps to everything?
Apparel.
Apparel.
Yeah.
Do you ever find that you have to update or refresh someone's
Sometimes
image?
I do, and this is comes with experience. I have like over 30 years of experience, and what I've noticed that as things change, like colors come and go and all of that, I have to make sure that the logo can withstand the future and can be changed slightly without completely hurting the brand. And so sometimes I'll change like the hue of the blue or something. It depends on something, if it's going to be printed or if it's going to be embroidered or if it's going to be on a website. I just have to make sure that if somebody's going to be wearing it, I can't do yellow because it does horrible things to people's faces.
Right.
You know, that kind of thing. So I have to make sure the logo, the colors can actually withstand change.
You know that I used to be on stage as a magician, and one of the only rules to anybody that would produce my show would be no green, because green makes us look like we're sick. Right?
Sickly. Yes.
So, all right, our guest is Kaylee Hall. She is the owner and lead graphic designer for 68 Designs. Kaylee, how do you want people to connect with you?
Probably the best way is I kind of keep my Facebook 68 Design 68. Designs.
And or worked on the design, I should say, with the Fan Braggin' Wagon, which is my Jeep that people still see all over town.
Correct.
And so I'm grateful for that. Can I also give the office phone number? Is that all right? Because that cadence, people
No worries.
zone
It
in on
is
that.
303-216-9228. And I do business all over the U.S. As a matter of fact, I have clients in Florida and New York, Texas, Utah, a lot of Colorado.
All right. So you're
Just
able
everywhere.
to do designs.
You got it.
By proxy. Thank God for the internet that allows us
Crazy
to go back
internet.
and forth. Right? 303-216-9228. Again, 303-216-9228. That's the offices of 68 Designs, 68 Designs. And would love to have you give Kaylee a call if you're looking for a refresh, a new start, a bump in your brand presentation. Branding really is your thing, because you don't just create the logo, you don't just create the imagery for a design of a website, but you tell the story.
I do, and I make sure that it is consistent throughout. Many people don't even know that I do manuals. I'll do full-on booklets. I enjoy the heck out of doing that stuff. Annual reports. I'll actually work with graphic designers, other graphic designers that, they just need to breathe new life into something, just have a new perspective.
Yeah.
Like I said, apparel, car wraps, just to make sure everything's got a connection without it being slapped in your face. It's got to have some class to it.
Well, and that's really what you bring, is you bring class. And speaking of class, you're also an educator. You are a professor at a local college or two, yeah?
I am. I'm over at Red Rocks Community College right now, but I've been at RIMCAD, and I've been teaching graphic design, oh my goodness, since 2006, and I have minions. My students are minions.
I wish I had minions. Love that love relationship you were talking about.
Yes.
Either way, we're going to design something beautiful together as long as you give Kaylee Hall a call. And that number is, again, 303-216-9228. Check her out at 68 Designs LLC on Facebook, and make sure that you tell her that you heard about her here on the Experience Pros radio show, home of positive business talk. We got about 15 seconds left. A final word of inspiration.
Are you having a difficult time telling your story? Or are you just plain bored with your branding? Because we all have a tendency to do so. Let me help you and get you all amped up about doing your business.
That's Kaylee Hall. She does our work. She should be doing yours as well. Kaylee, thank you for joining us today. We appreciate it. And you folks, don't go anywhere. We've got more positive business talk just ahead. You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Network.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, America's home for positive business talk.
KDMT, Denver's Money Talk 1690 AM.
As a small business owner, your focus should be on your customers and providing a great customer experience. You shouldn't be investing time and energy on bookkeeping, accounting, and taxes, but somebody has to do it. Trust Teresa and her team at Luna's Accounting and Tax. Teresa and her team will take care of all your bookkeeping, accounting, and taxes. They'll keep you informed and streamline the process. Luna's Accounting and Tax keeps your business compliant and up to date, and they'll give you the great customer experience your customers have come to expect. Free your time and gain the peace of mind to keep your focus on your customers. They will help you too. Call Teresa at Luna's Accounting and Tax today. 720-323-4917. 720-323-4917. 720-323-4917. Or visit lunastax.com. That's lunastax.com. That's lunastax.com. Se habla español.
The IRS doesn't mess around. If they want your money, they'll take it. They can take your paycheck and bank accounts too, even threaten your home or business. And it's about to get worse. The IRS just hired an army of new tax enforcers. So, if you owe back taxes, the smartest thing you can do is call Optima Tax Relief. Optima has access to a special IRS tax assistance program called the Fresh Start Initiative, and their clients that qualify are saving thousands, even tens of thousands. One call starts the process to stop the demand letters, stop aggressive collection actions, and stop that army of new enforcers from targeting you. But don't delay. It's important to act now while you still have options. Optima is A-rated with the Better Business Bureau. Optima has already resolved over $500 million of tax debt for their clients. Get your life back. Call now for your free consultation.
Call 800-711-5743. 800-711-5743. 800-711-5743. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Hi, this is Oren, owner of Absolutely Cabinets. Since 1989, I've sold Aristocrat cabinets for kitchens and baths, and they have proven year in and year out to be a great dollar value. With Aristocrat, you can buy the level of cabinetry you feel comfortable with in regard to construction. If you want all the features without making a decision, I sell Decora, which is a semi-custom line of cabinets with solid wood fronts, dovetail drawers, full extension glides, with soft close automatically on drawers and doors. From basic up, I can put you into cabinetry that will fit all your wants and needs. Thanks to all my repeat and referral customers over the years.
Go visit Oren's showroom at 5940 West 38th Avenue near the corner of Harlan and 38th Avenue. Or give him a call at 303-425-5592. That's 303-425-5592. Or visit AbsolutelyCabinets.com. New store hours are 8 to 5 Monday through Thursday and 8 to noon on Fridays.
In the summer, it's hot in the upstairs bedrooms most of the day. Our office is up there and it's sweltering. We've used one of those big fans in the evening, but it pulls in too much dust and pollen. The AC ran constantly, yet the only cool place in the house is the basement. My husband started insisting we buy a new air conditioner, and that's when I called the people at AirSwap. AirSwap showed me my furnace and air conditioner are the right size for my house, and my air conditioner was working just fine. They adjusted our ductwork, created stronger airflow to distribute all that cool air in the basement, and this even helped us save electricity. The house is more comfortable in the winter as well. They reduced the big temperature difference between the floors, and now the upstairs is comfortable during the day and early evening. Call them at 303-761-0729, on the web at air-swap.com, 303-761-0729, or air-swap.com.
Does your kitchen or bathroom need some updating? Well, now is a great time to get started. I'm Ted Spear, co-owner of All About Cabinets and Countertops at 35th and Wadsworth, and I'm inviting you to join our growing list of customers who have saved thousands of dollars on their kitchen and bathroom projects, even over those big box stores. Come experience our unique mix of top-of-the-line customer service, quality products, and tremendous value. Through July 4th, we are extending all our current specials and upgrades, which will save you up to $1,500 on your cabinet and countertop purchases. Plus, as an additional bonus, we are upgrading all our cabinet doors to the latest in anti-slam technology for free. These are just a couple of the ways you can complete your project for less than you ever thought possible. Let us go to work for you. You can visit our showroom or call us today, 303-456-6400. That's 303-456-6400. Also, to view all our current specials, visit our website at allaboutgreatdeals.com. Make a difference without the expense with All About Cabinets and Countertops.
Revolutionizing the way people treat people in business. The Experience Pros, America's home for positive business talk.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. You've got me and my producer, Devon, which means the boys are back in town. But Angel, she's out of town. That's all good, though. We got each other. We can hang out together. Glad for you to have joined us. Thank you to the many people who have commented both in front of the scenes and behind the scenes on our Facebook Live. We appreciate you for tuning in. Hey, you ever just want to have more best days at work? You know those days when you just go, wow, man, just everything is popping, everything is good. You ever want to have more of those? Came across a great article written by Telia Wilson, who says, think about the last time you had a best day at work. What happened? For some people, it involves being a problem-solving hero, right? Something went wrong, and you stepped up to the game, and you took care of it, and that's awesome. Others like being a valued contributor of a team, working on a particularly challenging project. Together, what's that team acronym? Together, everyone achieves more. A really great day at work could even be a time when someone is trusted to get things done, and they do. Whatever the reason is for you, something about your last best day just clicked, right? And having one of those can be invigorating and energizing, and it got us thinking we should pursue more of those. So what do? Well, Telia wrote an article on a couple of different ways that we could have more best days. And let's make a couple of assumptions. These assumptions don't work for me, but do as I say, not as I do. Assumption number one, let's say you get a solid 8 hours of sleep every night. Let's say you do. If that's the case, that leaves you with 112 waking hours per week, more than a third of which you spend working if you are full-time working for somebody, or if you're an entrepreneur, then you know that gives you the entrepreneurial half days from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Having control over whether those hours, how those hours are spent is important. And so here are a couple of things that you can do, ways you can help yourself have more best days. Number one, and I think this is critical across the boards, whether it's business or not, understand why what you do matters, right? Peel it back. Don't just sit there and say, I've got a job, but understand why your work matters. And if it doesn't, why not? I was telling somebody earlier this week, life's too short not to follow your heart, not to follow your passion. You've got to be able to do something that matters. The miners, one is digging and still digging, but he's got a long way to go, and the other one, frustrated, decided to quit digging, and he's walking away, and he was just inches away from a breakthrough to the vein of diamonds. So, know why your work matters, and don't quit. Don't quit. Number two, how do you have more best days at work? Ask for opportunities to grow. You have within your ability, if you're working for somebody else, then you have the ability to say, how can I do what you do, and how can I do what I do better, right? Find a mentor. Dig into somebody that you really connect with, and literally lock arms with them and say, I want to be the best that I can be. And then, get into that. If you don't work for somebody else, then find opportunities to grow. I am a voracious reader. I love reading books. And, on my free time, I'll tend to read books that don't matter, books where I can just kind of check out novels, mysteries, that kind of stuff, where I can check out, and it's kind of how I recharge my creative side. But on the other side of it is I am a voracious reader of books that are going to fill me up, to build me up, whether it's the Bible or some self-help or how to do better in business. There are so many resources out there, and you will find me on a typical weekend afternoon perusing the shelves of the library, because that's what I'm into. I'm looking for opportunities to grow. The third thing is just work that everybody is doing. It's not intended to offend. And confidence doesn't necessarily a quick break, but we'll
For positive this is Pros Radio. The Experience Pro. Experience Pros.
The Colorado Business Roundtable brings you Connect and Collaborate weekdays from 4 to 5 p.m. here on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 a.m. Hear from key leaders in Colorado's business community, advocating for proactive business policies that strengthen the economy and help business grow and thrive in Colorado, as well as helping to make Colorado the best place to live now and for generations to come. Connect and Collaborate weekdays from 4 to 5 p.m. right here on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 and MoneyTalk1690.com.
I'm psychologist Dr. Peggy Mitchell-Clark. Are you confused, stuck in a rut, or ready for change? Then register for my Do Something Different for a Change Personal Transformation Retreat in Denver on Saturday, June 17th. You'll receive life-transforming strategies and clarity about where you are, where you want to go, and what's holding you back. You'll leave feeling excited about doing something different and confident that you're moving in the right direction. Go to drpegradio.com and click on Retreat.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, the most positive business talk show in America. Best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of the Extreme Customer Service Directory, Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, are inspiring you to get your business right. They know the customer experience isn't just another thing, it's the only thing. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Angel Tussey, Eric Raymer here, helping you get your business right, reminding you that small business is big business, and your business is our business. And a super shout-out to our producer, Damon, who is working with me, and I'm flying solo. Angel is off today, and we'll be back again tomorrow. And so we're all kind of lifting a little extra load today, and we're very, very grateful for you for tuning in. I found a couple of stories that are interesting in the news today. You know, you heard the phrase, the rich get richer. Well, I don't know if that's true or not, but I do know that the lucky get luckier. One Colorado couple just won $500,000 on a scratch-off ticket. That's right. They played the lottery. They just won $500,000 on a scratch-off ticket, and revealed that they have previously won lottery jackpots for both $5 million and $4,000, respectively. It is their third lottery win. You know, I keep telling myself I could possibly win if only I would play, but I don't necessarily like the odds of playing, and so therefore I don't. So this will never be a story about me. But the couple did tell the officials that the ticket was not their first lottery windfall. In fact, they won a $5 million Colorado lottery jackpot several years ago, and also won $4,000 from the California lottery. They dubbed their latest winnings, as their retirement fund. Interesting statistic. I was at my local church over the weekend, and the pastor was doing a little storyline on the lottery and whatnot. Do you know that most people, like 70% of people who come into a large sum of money, whether it's an athlete or whatnot, the lottery, all 70% of them are broke in 2 years or less? That's just makes me sick to think about that. And it goes to the point of having more money simply adds more problems. If you're not good with your money at $40, you're not going to be great with your money at $4 million. It just goes and goes and goes. So a little discipline goes a long way. This also in the news. Don't really know what to say about it. Firefighters in China rescued a woman who was trapped in a bathroom when her leg became stuck in a toilet for over 6 hours. Video from the May 31st rescue in Gansu, Guangdong province shows firefighters actually using various tools in an attempt to free the woman's leg. It was freed about 6 hours later. No word on what she was doing with her foot. Instruction manuals, and it's not supposed to happen. Shout out to our friends in Michigan. I used to have my corporate headquarters when I was because I lived in Colorado, but my corporate headquarters was in Michigan. This going A Michigan hospital gathered more than 1,300 people to a Lake Michigan beach to break the Guinness World Record for simultaneous sand angels. I didn't know that sand angels were a thing. I know that up in Michigan, they know a lot about snow angels. And yes, it is done in exactly the same motion. But apparently, this is a Guinness World Record, 1,300 people. The event's organizer, Spectrum Health Ludington Hospital, gathered almost 1,414 people on the shore of Lake Michigan at Stearns Park Beach on Saturday to break the record of 352 people making sand angels simultaneously, that record was set in England in 2015. Guinness adjudicators said 27 sand angels were disqualified for various reasons during the event, setting the new record at 1,387. How'd you like to be one of those 27 that couldn't make a sand angel? You'd be disqualified. Your sand angel is not sandy enough or angely enough. In any case, Spectrum Health Ludington Hospital said the donations raised during the event would go towards the Be Someone's Angel Fund for patient assistance. And my hat's off to them for being creative in a way to raise funds and go about that. That's, we tell people all the time here at Experience Pros to do something out of the box, do something different, do something creative, and don't be the same as everyone else. And so they did a great job in that regard. Your hashtag kindness act of the day, that's right, use the hashtag kindness act of the day, is to surprise someone with a smile today. That's right. Psychologically, it disarms people and makes them feel happy. If you want the technical side of it, it releases the endorphins and gives that little squirt of happy juice in the brain. When you disarm them with a surprise smile, simply look them in the eye and give them all your teeth. And when you do, you'd be surprised. They will smile back. They can't help it psychologically. It's inevitable. And secondarily, they will have received the gift of an act of kindness from you. That is your hashtag act of kindness or kindness act of the day. And we encourage you to not just talk about it, but actually do it and let us know how it worked. Use the hashtag kindness act of the day. I want to share with you a couple of ultra likable leaders and what they do, how they behave in ways that that help people connect with them. Remember that kindness act of the day, it involves smiling at people, and so transitioning that into emotionally intelligent leaders, engaging their teams, engaging their community, engaging their customer base. There are some key habits that they do, and so here's one of them. They form personal connections. You can tell that they're authentic connections because it's more than just a transaction. It's more than just a handshake. Even in a crowded room, likable leaders make people feel like they're having a one-on-one conversation, as if they're the only person in the room that matters. And for the moment, they are. Likable leaders communicate on a very personal and emotional level. They never forget that there's a flesh and blood human being standing in front of them. And I think that that's all too often overlooked by way of, hurry up and finish telling me about you so that I can tell you about me and give you my business card. Number two, I think we mentioned it, they're approachable, right? You know that these people have time for you because they allow you into their inner space. And likable leaders truly believe that everyone, regardless of rank or ability, is worth their time and attention. They make everyone feel valuable because they believe that everyone is valuable. And I have worked for 16 plus years with Angel Tussey, and I can tell you she's one of the most likable leaders and approachable people I have ever met. She's inspiring in that regard. And finally, this truly world-class likable leaders, emotionally intelligent leaders, are humble. Few things kill likability as quickly as arrogance. I met a man. I was talking with him about his business, and we probably spent a half an hour talking. But I probably knew within the first 3 minutes that I could have excused myself from the conversation, because it was always about how much money he was making, always about the name dropping of the people that he's either worked for or connected with, and there was no humility at all on the table. And so I remember when I had to learn that lesson. I was a young but up and coming illusionist, and I had a guy who said, "I've been watching your career for 6 years. You're going to make it. You're going to go all the way to the top. My concern for you is that you think you're already there." And it was a come to Jesus meeting for me. And from that point forward, I said, "I need you to hold me accountable to the rules of humility, because I don't want to be that guy." So ultra likable leaders are humble, and you can be as well. Rather than being a source of prestige, they see their leadership position as an additional accountability to serve those who follow them. So there you have it. There's a few of the habits. We may come back and revisit that throughout the day. Got some great programming ahead for you, as we always like to do. And when we come back, we'll ask the question, if you could change your life, would you? That's next on the Experience Pros Radio Network. Don't go anywhere. This is the home of positive business talk.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
KDMT, Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM.
Did you know 50% of people with severe mental disorders are affected by substance abuse? At A New Outlook Counseling Services, they provide a safe, healing environment for those suffering with substance abuse, relationship, or mental issues. Robert Johnson is a licensed therapist in long-term recovery and has a master's degree in marriage, family, and child therapy. He offers evidence-based practices backed by research, offering greater success in alleviating symptoms and are effective in overcoming substance abuse. A New Outlook Counseling Services has over 45 five-star ratings on Ratabiz. They're open 6 days a week and accept most major insurance and Medicaid. They will also work with families in need on a sliding scale. So don't wait to get the help you need. The healing begins here. Call A New Outlook Counseling Services now at 720-370-5216. 720 Counselor.com.
Hi, it's Peter Boyle. All these things aside, the most amazing thing that happened to me in these last couple of years was meeting Physician MD and my great family friend, Dr. Julie McCallan. She's changed my life, my daughter's life, and so many others.
Do you realize that you don't have to just let bad health happen to you? Type 2 diabetes is completely preventable. Most heart disease and dementia are completely preventable as well. Why settle for gaining weight, being tired, getting diabetes and heart disease, and ending up with a broken hip and dementia in the nursing home? Take your health back. Call Cenegenics today and let us help you.
I know you become a fan of Dr. McCallan, the physicians at Cenegenics. Call 720-387-3681. Speak to her executive assistant, Jackie. Arrange for a free 20-minute phone call with one of the docs. A 20-minute gift that will change your life. 720-387-3681. 720-387-3681. Or visit Cenegenics-Denver.com.
Hey there, Dan Cicchini, owner of Dunright Kitchens and Baths, Windows and Doors. There's absolutely no reason why right now can't be your time to get started on that beautiful new kitchen or that awesome bath you've always wanted. Right, Todd?
Of course, Dad. With our unique cabinet resurfacing, they'll get that beautiful new kitchen, and without the messy and expensive replacement, and in a shorter time, too.
Boy, you've got that right, Todd. But if an all-new kitchen is on their wish list, we'll build it from the bottom up, first rate all the way. And let's not forget that very special room, the bath. What about that?
Well, hey, turning leaky, moldy, smelly baths into awesome rooms, that's what we do. Whether it's a tub-to-shower conversion or a whole new 5-piece bath, our family business will make it special, just like we've done for decades.
Okay, Todd. So, folks, give us a call and see what our family can do for your family. Kitchens, baths, counters, and floors, and even replacement windows and doors. You have our word, we'll treat you right at Dunright. 303-722-2295, 800-362-8370, or DunRightKitchens.com.
Do you own a small business? Do you want free access to the biggest business networking event of the year? Check out Small Business Expo. It's free to attend and features more than 25 free business workshops, panel discussions, speed networking sessions, business card showcase, and over 100 exhibits. Gain leads and network with business experts including Allstate, Wells Fargo, and Zip Local. There's something for everyone at the Small Business Expo. The Small Business Expo is the largest and most anticipated business-to-business networking event, trade show, and conference for business owners, entrepreneurs, and decision makers. If you're serious about your business, this expo is a must-attend event. Startups and business owners can take advantage of free admission and educational workshops covering online social media marketing, employee benefit plans, credit and financing, strategies for increasing revenue and team productivity, mentoring, cloud technologies, retirement plans, and much more. Don't miss the Denver Small Business Expo at the Denver Convention Center on Thursday, June 22nd from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Register for free today at thesmallbusinessexpo.com. That's thesmallbusinessexpo.com. Be there.
This is the Experience Pros Radio Show. Got an opinion or want to ask us a question? Email radio@experiencepros.com or message us on the Experience Pros Facebook page, and we'll interact with you live on the show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. We are grateful for you tuning in. Hey, you ever feel like you wish you could just turn back the hands of time? I remember, as I was an illusionist, one of the areas of emphasis for my programming was literally on the concept of what if you could turn back time, if you could go back in time, would you do things differently than you did them now? Well, baby boomers who once espoused the mantra sex, drugs, and rock and roll are now fretting about financial and health issues. And they're at an age where they're starting to take stock of their lives and ponder whether or not they would do things differently if given a second chance. And our next guest is, believe it or not, a geologist turned novelist who says we can all look back, especially to the teen years when you're making that transition to adulthood, and point to moments where one little nudge here or there could have sent our lives in a completely different direction. And that is the subject of resuscitation and all that follows. It's my pleasure to introduce you to Doug Oliver. Doug, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Eric. I appreciate you having me.
I find this absolutely fascinating, and I have often said, if I could go back in time, and of course, Doug, you know this, keep the knowledge that I have now, I would have made some different decisions. What are some of the decisions that you and your fellow baby boomers might regret looking back today?
Well, I think the obvious ones, I think the most obvious one, we all wish we had bought Walmart or Apple stock back in the 70s or 80s.
Right.
But I think the other one might be, we probably all wish we had tried harder at school. That was just probably the easiest place to set yourself up, in terms of your future life. Is what you did in your high school years. Where I went to high school, we got put on tracks pretty early. I mean, those homemaker track, the college-bound track, and get yourself ready for Vietnam track. And if you wound up on one of those tracks, it was pretty hard to get out. And so, I think for a lot of people, that's probably where they wish they had maybe done something different.
Absolutely, and yet, you mentioned the Apple stock or the Walmart stock, and we still have opportunities to see, for those who have eyes willing to see, opportunities to jump into some really cool things. I mean, you got Tesla out there whose CEO is all about building a tube infrastructure for the next level, next generation of transportation. Do you see other opportunities out there?
Well, I agree with you about Elon Musk. He's the Thomas Edison of our time.
Yes, sir.
I'm not very good at predicting the future. Quite frankly, if you had asked me 20 years ago did I think that the world would look anything like it does right now, the answer would be no, I don't. I think I'm a lot better at interpreting the past and the future.
You mean you didn't anticipate Trump to be president?
No, that was.
You don't have to answer that online, brother. That's all good.
No, that was a bit of a surprise. I'll admit that.
So I'm fascinated for a couple of different angles in this story. First of all, you decided to go in the direction of a novel. Why did you choose a novel as your methodology of communication?
Well, it was a bucket list item, and I'm a firm believer in bucket lists. You make it, you put it someplace where you can't ignore it, and you try to cross those things off at the rate of at least one per year.
Mm-hmm.
And so writing a novel was on my bucket list. When I got out of high school, the two things that interested me the most were math and science, and particularly geology and writing. And I think I correctly guessed right on that one, that I probably didn't have much chance of becoming a writer, back in the 70s. And so I became a geologist and have had a fantastic career, had a great time doing it. So, it's kind of winding down. I'm kind of moving into my third act and want to try something new.
All right. And I love that. And went back to one of those things that was attractive back in the day, but we chose a more practical course. That was going to be my other question is how does geology fit into it? But perhaps it was because that was, in fact, a great career course, not necessarily the deepest passion. Is that accurate?
Yeah, although the truth, I really love geology. I've always loved it. There's, I've done various things. I've done research. I've done teaching. I'm still doing mineral exploration out in the western U.S., and it's always been fun. I mean, what I taught, I used to tell my students, if you pick the right job, you've never actually worked a day in your life. And I never feel like I really worked with geology. It was just something that was just fun to do.
Yeah. No, you're in good company. That's a well-known phrase that you'll never have to work a day in your life if you love what you do. And I, as a magician, a former magician, one of the biggest tricks that I ever accomplished was I actually mailed Angel's wedding ring back to her 2 weeks before she actually handed it to me. But at the end of the day, that's not nearly as real as the characters in your book. Are you represented in your book?
Not really. The protagonist, his name is Grady Moran, and where the title comes from is he was resuscitated after a fatal car accident just before the novel starts, just a couple days before Christmas in 1965. And through bits and pieces, we get anecdotal evidence that the Grady Moran that existed before the accident was a total mess. And if I'm going to represent myself anywhere in the book, it's probably that Grady Moran.
All right.
The one that did terrible in school, the one that was socially awkward, all those things.
Well, the book is called Resuscitation and All That Follows, and you can pick it up, of course, at Amazon.com and so on. How would you like our listeners to stay in contact with you?
Love to hear from them. I have an author page on Facebook. It's Doug Oliver. Just type in Doug Oliver Resuscitation, and I'm sure it'll pop up and you'll find me.
I love it. We've got about a minute left, Doug, and with that, I'll ask you the $64,000 question, and that is, if you could turn back time, what would you do? One thing that you would do differently.
So, the one, there's nothing that I think would really change where I'm at right now, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah.
What the things that I would change would be those little moments that pop up every now and then, where you got 3 seconds to make a decision. So it's often said that character is what you do and nobody is watching.
Yep.
Well, character is also what you do, and you got 3 seconds to make a decision.
So true.
And sometimes you make the right ones, most of the time you make the wrong ones.
Yeah, but right, wrong, or indifferent, here we go. And that is, my friend, the very definition of life. Doug, thank you so much for joining us. I cannot wait to read your book. I cannot wait to get into it. And that is on my bucket list. I appreciate you for joining us today.
Thank you, Eric. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. That's Doug Oliver. The book again, Resuscitation and All That Follows. Pick it up where fine books are sold. And we will be back right after these messages with more positive business talk. That's how we roll here on the Experience Pros Radio Show. Glad to have you along for the ride. For the archives of this broadcast and every broadcast that we do, check out experiencepros.com. Be sure to click on the free trial button while you're there.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, America's home for positive business talk.
Lars Larson believes Obamacare was a death sentence.
Because of the mandates, they were sold a plan that cost them so much in premiums. Some of those people likely looked at that and said, well, I'm going to go to the doctor as little as I possibly can. People don't go to the doctor. The condition they had was serious. They don't get early treatment. And then either it costs a whole lot more money to fix it, or it doesn't get fixed at all because you die.
The Lars Larson Show, weeknights at 8 on Money Talk, 1690 AM. You never planned on getting injured in an accident. You don't know where to turn. Call Boson Law. When you meet with John Boson, you'll know right away you've made the right decision. John will put you at ease and explain the whole process, start to settlement. They'll handle medical bills, work directly with the insurance company, and help you get back on your feet. John and his whole staff are amazing. If your whole world has been turned upside down, Boson Law will help turn it right side up. It starts with a free consultation, no money out of the pocket, and Boson Law only gets paid when they win your case. If you're hurt, the call is easy, and their number is too. Call Boson Law at 303-999-9999, 303-999-9999, 303-999-9999, or visit BosonLaw.com. That's VOESEN Law.com. Call Boson Law, 303-999-9999, or visit BosonLaw.com. That's VOESEN Law.com.
Hi, this is residential real estate expert Dan Palomino from the Colorado Dream House team. Listen, if you're thinking about selling your home, you want to get the highest price in the shortest amount of time. To do that, you need a great real estate team and one with incredible marketing. We're so sure our marketing plan for your home is better than everyone else. We're willing to put our money where our mouth is. Here's what we're offering. Interview the Colorado Dream House team to sell your home. Then interview our competition. If their marketing plan is better than ours, then you can hire them and we'll pay you $250. I know, it sounds crazy, giving you $250 to hire our competition. It probably won't happen because we're so sure you'll find our marketing plan better, you'll hire us to sell your home at top dollar. Why not give it a try? You have nothing to lose and $250 to gain. Call us today at 720-446-6325. Or to find out more information about our marketing guarantee, visit coloradodreamhouse.com/250.
Every summer, hundreds of homes experience hail damage. Did you know that you should have your roof inspected when a hailstorm hits? If hail is large enough, your roof may be damaged. Sometimes hail damage cannot be viewed from below, so do not wait for your roof to start leaking. Get a free inspection today and make sure insurance will approve your claim. Trust the locals. Trust American West. Call today for more information at 303-364-3647. That's 303-364-3647. Or visit awestrroofs.com.
Hey there, Dan Cicchini, owner of Done Right Kitchens and Baths, Windows and Doors. There's absolutely no reason why right now can't be your time to get started on that beautiful new kitchen or that awesome bath you've always wanted. See what our family can do for your family. 800-362-8370.
Question: would you seat your 3-year-old child on a windowsill? And would you seat them in a car seat that's not the correct one? Secure their future. Seat them in the correct car seat. More info at safercar.gov/the-right-seat. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Get ready for the Brakes Plus Jet Car Nationals and Family Festival, Saturday, July 1st at Vandermeer Speedway. Enjoy drag racing, games, rides, live music, and a special troop salute to honor our brave men and women serving America. You'll have the best seat in Colorado for fireworks, set to inspirational and patriotic music. And don't forget the incredible power and speed of jet cars flying down the track track at nearly 300 miles per hour. The Brakes Plus Jet Car Nationals and Family Festival, Saturday, July 1st. Get discounted tickets at the Bandimere Speedway box office or at bandimere.com.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a business revolutionary by sharing a Fan Braggin' story of great customer service by using the hashtag FanBrag or calling the Fan Braggin' hotline at 855-FAN-BRAG, FANBRAG. Now back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Angel Tussey, Eric Raymer, helping you get your business right. Angel is actually on a little bit of a vacation this afternoon, but she will be back again tomorrow, and so we will eagerly anticipate her return. In the meantime, the theme of today has been along the lines of how to be to establish a better day, how to be better people, and how to be more emotionally intelligent leaders. And we're citing an article that was written by Travis Bradberry in Success Magazine, and the habits of ultra likable leaders. And we started a conversation a little earlier in the hour. They form personal connections, they're approachable, and they are humble. And I want to carry this conversation on a little bit more, but I also invite you to join the conversation. We have the next half hour or so, maybe 20 minutes or so together. And if you've got a thought on this, the phone lines are open for you to call 303-632-4160, 303-632-4160. And, you know, if you've got some ideas on what it is to be an ultra likable leader or to increase your leadership skills, we'd love to hear from you. The next on our list is ultra likable leaders are positive. They always maintain a positive outlook, and this shows in how they describe things. They don't have to give a presentation to the board of directors. They get to share their vision and their ideas with the board. They don't have to go on a plant tour. They get to meet and visit with the people who make their company's products. They don't have to diet. They get the experience and the benefits of eating healthily. Do you understand the nuances here? Even in undeniably negative situations, likable leaders emanate an enthusiastic hope for the future, a confidence that they can help make tomorrow better than it is today. And along those lines, I remember, you know, Angel and I, part of our story is we encountered an opportunity, and see, even that is the language. Note the language of ultra likable leaders. I hope to be an ultra likable leader. We had an opportunity for growth back in 2012 when we were top heavy with one client that was the big fish, if you will, is the Moby Dick of all clients, if you will. And I mean that by way of the scale of the amount of money that they paid us. And because it was such good money, we got lazy and didn't have to go hunt down our we didn't have to go hunt down more business. We should have continued building the business, because what happens when you have a big fish on the line and they cut bait? Well, we had the opportunity to find out, and we were literally within short order of closing the doors and Experience Pros going away forever when we came to that point, that pinnacle of the most desperate of times. And Angel looked at me and said, "What are you going to do?" And I said, "Give me a week, and we're going to solve this thing. And if we don't have it in a week, we agree that it's over and it's done." But the one thing that she said, and I'll never forget it, is she accused me of being the captain that will go down with the ship, because I am eternally optimistic when it comes to situations like this. I believe that every problem has multiple solutions, and all we have to do is discover the one that's going to work. The end of the story is we're still here. Everything is good. That was in 2012. So 5 years later, we're still here, solvent, and everybody's much healthier today. And so, too, we learned the lesson that opportunity gave us. And that was to always be positive, always be looking for those solutions, and to never have one client, one revenue source that generates 60 to 75% of all income. Not a good way to go about business. Solved that years ago. All right, what about ultra likable leaders? Other habits that can be found. Travis Bradberry says they're even keeled. You ever get the emotional roller coaster of a leader who is manic on one day and depressive on the other? Have you ever experienced the kind of crazy wackadoo up and down of somebody who just gets so rattled when they blow it? Ultra likable leaders, when it comes to accomplishments and failures, they take them in stride. They don't like to toot their horns. They don't like to really shake it up when they blow it. In other words, they savor success without letting it go to their heads, and they readily acknowledge failure without getting mired in it. They learn from both and move on. I think that goes, I want to say C step 3, which was they're humble. Humility comes from understanding this nature of being even keeled. So I agree with that 100%. Ultra likable leaders are generous. We've all worked for someone who constantly holds something back, whether it's knowledge or resources, and they act as if they're afraid that you're going to outshine them if you give them, or if they give you access to everything that you need in order to do your job. Likable leaders are unfailingly generous. When, it doesn't matter what they're being generous about. Their connections, who they know, the tools, the resources that they have, they want you to succeed. They want you to do well more than anything else because they understand that this is their job as a leader. They want to develop you, and they're confident enough to never worry that your success might make them look bad. In fact, the opposite is true. Your success is their success. And so be generous. If you want to be a really well-loved person in the business community, be generous. The topic of the day that we're talking about is how to be an ultra-likable leader and the habits thereof. Travis Bradberry in Success Magazine wrote a great article on this topic. The seventh point is this: they demonstrate integrity. As one of those things that again, people, you might skip over. Go, of course. And you might think that integrity is just honesty. Integrity is so much more than honesty. Honesty is telling the truth. Honesty is not telling a lie. That's the opposite side of it. Integrity is about who people are. Likable leaders inspire trust and admiration through their actions, not just their words. They say integrity is important to them, but many leaders say that integrity is important to them. Likable leaders walk their talk by demonstrating integrity every day. You could find somebody who oozes charm, but they won't be likable if that charm isn't backed up by a solid foundation of integrity. So being able to do what you say and say what you do and mean what you say, that is so really, really important. And then how about this one? Likable leaders know how to read people. They have an unspoken communication that is often more important than the words people say. This has been said about me. I cannot tell you how many times. I can look into your eyes and get your soul. I mean, it's one of those, not every time, but it's one of those things that I pick up facial expressions, body language, tone of voice, and I have a sense. Now, one could say, you get all spiritual on it if you want to. I don't think you have to. I think that you can learn how to read the outward signs of people to get a pretty good feel for what's going on the inside. They have high social awareness, which is a critical emotional intelligence attribute, if you will. They appreciate potential. Potential, when I was in junior high, moving into high school, was my middle name. Literally, I did not deserve to be into the high school, get accepted into the high school that I literally got accepted into. Supposed to be there for an entrance exam. I missed that, slept through it. Literally was supposed to do a whole bunch of things that I never did. But what I did do was impressed enough people that I have enough potential that if only enough time were to pass, I would actually be worth the investment. And it took a while. I'll be honest with you. It took a while. Charisma is not so much getting people to like you as getting people to like themselves when you're around. Likable leaders not only see the best in their people, but they also make sure everyone else sees it too. All right. That is a fairly comprehensive conversation on how to be a likable person. When we come back, we'll talk about the ways entrepreneurs make unhappy customers happy again. You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Network.
America's home for positive business talk. You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Contact them on the web at experiencepros.com.
KDMT, Denver's Money Talk 1690 AM.
Take a moment right now and rate your lifestyle on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 is a life of quiet desperation that doesn't resemble what you were promised after getting that college degree and corporate job. Now a 10 is a life that exceeds your wildest expectations of the life they promised you for doing all the right things and working hard. If you answered anything less than 10, stop what you're doing and go to mypassiveincomeworkshop.com. Passive income is not a secret, but chances are no one has ever shared it with you until now. Learn how to generate passive streams of income at our free workshop, mypassiveincomeworkshop.com, so you can live at a 10 for the rest of your life.
Hi, I'm Carrie Gusmus, Area Manager with Fairway Independent Mortgage. Have you noticed mortgage ads lately? Companies that used to advertise low rates and savings of hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on your refinance have suddenly become purchase experts. At Fairway, we've always been purchase experts. We offer our qualified, pre-approved buyers a 20-day purchase guarantee from contract to close. In Colorado's competitive real estate market, a quick closing can be the difference between owning a home you love or dragging your search out for months. Apply from your computer or mobile device online through our easy application process. Unlike other companies, we won't leave you floating alone in a gravity-free room. Our local team of loan officers walks with you every step of the way to qualify and close on your dream home. Learn more about our 20-day closing guarantee and your home loan options by calling 303-214-9071 or visit us online at fairwaymortgagecolorado.com.
Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS number 2289, is an equal housing lender. This is not an offer to enter into an agreement. Not all customers will qualify. Information, rates, and programs are subject to change without notice. All products are subject to credit and property approval. A pre-qualification is not an approval of credit and does not signify that underwriting requirements have been met. Branch NMLS number 1122559. Regulated by the Colorado Division of Real Estate. Attention salmon lovers. The Copper River King Salmon Festival only happens once a year and is happening at the Fresh Fish Company from now through June 18th. Copper River King Salmon is the world's most highly prized salmon, and the Alaskan Fishing Department limits the season to just a few weeks each year, and the Fresh Fish Company created a 12-day festival just for you. The Copper River produces the world's richest tasting salmon, and the Fresh Fish Company has the privilege of serving this salmon that will knock your socks off. If you've never had the pleasure of dining on rich, moist Copper River King salmon, you've been missing out on one of the world's finest fish. You won't want to miss your only opportunity this year to experience the spectacular Copper River King salmon. So make reservations now by calling 303-740-9556. That's 303-740-9556. The world-renowned Copper River King salmon are only in at the Fresh Fish Company from now until June 18th. Make your reservations now before they're gone by calling 303-740-9556. Copper River King Salmon Festival at the Fresh Fish Company.
Alcohol began to be a problem a few years ago, and the problem just got worse. Hi, my name is Bill. Alcohol had crept into my life over the years, taking over until I didn't have a life anymore. I needed a solution before I lost everything. I tried various treatments and counseling. They did not solve the real problem. I was addicted. I was exhausted trying to fight it. Go Sober was able to solve the problem within a week. It is great to have my life back. If you want to find out more, go to gosober.org.
85% of people who go through the Go Sober program never drink again. The 85% success rate is because it uses science to solve your addiction problem. Go Sober provides FDA-approved medical treatments using specific drugs administered by a doctor in the physician's office. You will lose your desire to drink almost immediately, and you'll be back to work and back to your life the next day. Call Go Sober at 303-827-4837. That's 303-827-4837, or go to gosober.org.
The Denver Business Journal and Colorado Business Roundtable present a unique CEO panel event, View from the Top. Join them on Friday, July 11th at History, Colorado, as they talk with some of Denver's best-known CEOs to explore challenges, opportunities, and lessons learned, featuring Jackie Hinman, CEO of CH2M, John Hayes, CEO of Ball Corporation, and Mike Fries, CEO of Liberty Global. Go to cobrt.com/View from the Top to register. View from the Top, July 11th at Colorado History, starting at 7:30 a.m.
Tired of paying high energy bills? Gravina Windows and Siding at 950 West Evans in Denver can help. Replace those old worn out windows. Huge selection. Anderson Fibrex, Pella, Great Lakes, and more. Over 50 lines of vinyl, wood, and fiberglass windows and doors. Check out our composite window, the EcoSmart. It's up to 100% more energy efficient. Lifetime manufacturer's warranty. Our glass package is at least 3 to 5 times more energy efficient with a glass breakage warranty and free rescreening. Gravina Windows and Siding in Denver is accredited by the BBB with an A+ rating. Over 100,000 customers and counting. Financing's available. Larry Gravina, serving the Front Range for over 44 years with my family. Free estimates. Metro Denver, call 303-GRAVINA. Northern Colorado, call 970-GRAVINA, and we'll come to you. Gravina's has the greatest windows. Nobody beats us. Nobody.
Revolutionizing the way people treat people in business. The Experience Pros, America's home for positive business talk.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Burn, baby, burn, or maybe the case might be Barnes, baby, Barnes. We're talking to Gary Barnes, who is on the line with us. Gary, welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show, my friend.
Well, hey, thank you so much.
You know, every so often I can take a piece of music and somehow transition it or segue into it. I don't know if that was the best way, but that's all I got for you, buddy. What's on your mind, Gary?
Well, you know, I was listening to your last segment as you were doing the intro for the next one for the few minutes that you have left.
Yeah.
There were two things that I was thinking about that were also elements, and one of them was actively listen, that ability to really hear.
Yeah. Let me set the stage for our listeners here. We just talked about how to be a likable leader, right? And that what you just said, to be an active listener, is absolutely critical to that. And then as we segue into this segment here, how to make unhappy customers happy again. Your piece of advice is good for this segment as well. To really listen, what does that involve from your perspective, Gary?
Well, I think part of it is not going into that conversation with a predetermined idea. So if we have a angry client, you know, they may not like our decision or our response ultimately, but if they really feel like we heard them, then they will be more likely to understand where our decision is coming from.
You're absolutely right. And you know, one of the things that it's a hardwired into our spirit, I believe, Gary, is that we need to feel like we are being heard, right? That what I'm saying, not me, but the people who are angry in the case of an upset customer, is that their opinion matters to somebody who has the ability to shift it. Am I picking up what you're laying down, Gary?
Absolutely. I think most of us have had a situation where we've been the one doing the complaining, and the person listening to us, we could tell they've already made up their mind.
Right.
They're not really in tune with where we are or what we're feeling. They just want to give us that placating time so that we can go away.
Absolutely. One of the things I used to operate restaurants, Gary, and one of the things that I will never forget was in a restaurant environment, and you've got an unhappy customer. 9 out of 10 times that customer is sitting down, and when you, the manager, and especially somebody like me, I'm a big boy. You know, when I walk up to the table, I can be intimidating even if I'm smiling. And so I always pulled up a chair and put myself at eye level with the person who was having an issue. And I think that's part of that active listening as well, is removing all barriers to what could be a positive communication.
Absolutely. And one of the things that you just said, smiling, my habit, and I'm working on this, I'm a work in progress, is that when I think, I have a tendency to allow my face to droop, which can be perceived as that I'm angry. Yeah. And all it is that I'm really concentrating on what that person is wanting to communicate to me.
Right. Yeah, so being aware of what our facial expressions communicate is critical. James Swanwick, who is the CEO of Swanwick Sleep and the 30-day no alcohol challenge, he says this: use the power of sorry. Sorry is a powerful word because you're acknowledging the customer's frustration and inconvenience of taking the time out of their schedule to call you or whatever. Now, here's the thing, though. To say you're sorry is one thing, but to be willing to do whatever's necessary. Yeah,
absolutely. You know, there's times when we have to really, what do they used to say, pony up to the bar, because it may not be our fault, but because your fault, my fault, nobody's fault, to build that relationship or to keep it, there are times when we have to go a little bit backwards or a little bit further, so that they feel listened to and cared for.
Absolutely. And then finally, as we wrap this thought up, Gary, no one, and Angel and I have said over and over again, the point of this story is not so that we go screw something up, make somebody angry so that we can go fix it and create raving fans, but we have an opportunity to create that raving fan culture when something goes wrong. If we can fix it, if we can empathize, if we can diffuse, and then deliver a satisfactory response in time, you got to be quick on this. But if you can do all those things in the right time, you'll embody the statement that nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care.
Well, and if you're proactively doing these points that you've been going over ongoing, odds are you're going to diminish the number of people that are going to be unhappy with you for whatever reason.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Gary, great contribution to the program today. Now, you have an event coming up here, and our listeners, we're sponsoring the event. We're emceeing part of it. So speak to our listeners. We've got about a minute left here. Tell us about what's happening at the end of the month.
Well, it's exciting. It's the Breakthrough Business Mastery Boot Camp. It's a 3-day event. That's an intensive where we go into the psychological and emotional aspects of building a business. Things like time management, how to brand yourself, how to elevate and separate you from your competition in a positive way, how to be able to communicate, how to read people. We go through an entire section, something you were just mentioning. When you meet someone, you can read them. And that is something that is learnable, and we teach you at the boot camp. And it's a 3-day life business-changing event that this will be my 32nd program that I produced.
All right, and dates and times?
It is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, June 23, 24, and 25 here in Denver.
All right.
And it is, they're long days. They start at 8 in the morning, and we go till 7 Friday and Saturday, and 9 until 3 on Sunday.
You're going to get your money's worth. There you go. And what's the website, Gary?
It is www.breakthroughbusinessmastery.com.
There it is, breakthroughbusinessmastery.com. We got to go. Thank you, Gary, for calling, and thank you for tuning in. This is the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.